Hey, good morning. Eddie Hyatt here. This is the Eddie Hyatt Podcast, and I'm so glad to be with you this morning. And I am going to diverge from our normal path and the direction we've been going. We'll come back to it, though. We'll come back to talking more about prayer. But I want to share with you an update on a couple of very important projects that I am working on, and Sue's involved to a certain degree on one of them. And ask for your prayers, and because these are such very, very important projects. First of all, I'm working on a book that I'm calling "The Book That Made America Great," and this is directly related to the 250-year anniversary of the existence of the United States of America. July the 4th of next year will be the 250-year celebration, and there are going to be many, many celebrations. And I believe this book is very significant because it shows where the founding principles and the ideology that made America America this book is documents where they came from, and they did not come from secularism. They did not come from Islam or Hinduism. They came from the Bible. America's founding generation was a biblical people. Um, we have veered from that today. Some of you may remember just maybe just a year ago, a couple of years ago, was when Mike Johnson became the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and he was being interviewed, and he wasn't that well known, but I guess his Republican colleagues respected him. But anyway, in one interview, he described himself as a Bible believing Christians, like a Bible believing Christian. Well, people's minds exploded. His Democrat colleagues in Congress, the mainstream media, they declared him to be a danger to democracy. One news outlet compared him to the Taliban and the Islamic mullahs of Iran, and called him a right wing fanatic and all kinds of things simply because described himself as a Bible believing Christian. Can you imagine? And yet, that would describe America's founding generation. And so, this book, I mean, I am so excited about it. You wouldn't believe the quotes and the expressions that God has helped me to bring together in this book, the book that made America great. Please pray that this book will come forth. Sue is working on the cover, and but just please pray that we will be able to bring this together, and it will come together the way it needs to be. And I'm going to publish a paperback, and then I'm going to send it out. I'm going to ask people, well-known people, leaders in the church and in politics. I'm going to ask them for endorsements, and then republish it with the endorsements, and publish a hard copy. So I believe this is going to be a very important contribution for the nation. So thank you for covering us and this in prayer. The other thing I want to mention, the very important project, is the Hyatt Institute. We have set a date for launch, September the 15th. This is also a very important project, an online Bible training institute with three different diploma granting programs: a women's studies program, a revival studies program, and a biblical studies program. I believe God will use this to make disciples, to train people for ministry in all parts of the world. And you know, in Matthew chapter 28, uh, tells us the Great Commission. And the Great Commission is not to make church members, it's not even to make converts. But Matthew chapter 28, I believe, beginning at verse 19, Jesus came out of the tomb in resurrection, life, and power. And he said to his followers, "All authority is given to me in heaven and in earth. Go you therefore and make disciples of all nations. The old King James says teach, but the word is make, is disciple. Go therefore and disciple all nations. Now, a disciple in the New Testament era, a disciple was a committed learner and follower, a committed learner and follower. And so Jesus said, "Go and make committed learners and followers of me." So we are to make disciples, committed followers of Jesus. And I believe that this God will use this in a very powerful way to do this all over the world, because people can access these courses right now, and we're going to be adding more. I think there are like at least, I think, around 17 courses comprised of like over 160 video lessons. And so these are video lessons with textbooks, with notes. Uh, for those who want a diploma, they will be taking quizzes and having to do book reviews and so on. So it is an online Bible training, ministry training center, uh, accessible all over the world. So thank you for your prayers for these two very important projects. And again, I will be posting things about the Hyatt Institute being launched on September the 15th. Please cover these in prayer. All my friends, two very, very important projects that am so excited about. Also, Sue and I, we need a little break. We need a rest. As Jesus said to his disciples one day in Mark 6:31, they returned from a preaching tour, and Jesus said to them, "Come apart and rest a while." So, so we're going to come apart, and one of the ways that Sue likes to rest, she loves to drive, and so we're going to get in our car and we are going to drive. She finds that relaxing, and we're just going to drive all the way up to her home province of Canada, and we're going to drive up, and we will. Just enjoy the trip, and she's looking forward to eating a couple of foods that she grew up on that you can't get here in Texas. Deluxe fish and chips and a donair from Pizza Delight, a donair sandwich. And she said she's looking forward to those two things, two sandwiches you can't get, I don't think, anyplace else in the world except in New Brunswick, Eastern Canada. So anyway, so much is happening. Good things are happening. And we're so glad that you are our friends. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your encouraging words. Thank you for your financial support. Because I believe that we truly, God is helping us to make a difference for this generation. So God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. God bless you.